The marketing industry is changing for lawyers, and if you don't have a strategy around short-form video content like TikTok or Reels, you need to watch this video. I'm not sure if you read, but Google is no longer the #1 search engine in the world for Gen Z. It's now TikTok and Reels, and this has Google concerned. A senior official at Google recently said that Google sees TikTok as a threat. We know how much lawyers spend to stay on top of search. We see lawyers investing thousands of dollars each month into SEO and Google AdWords. They spend a lot of time getting positive reviews on Google and working hard to optimize their Google Maps listing, all in the name of improving their search results on Google. But what happens when Google is no longer king, when there's other competitors in the ring? If you're investing heavily in Google search, then you should also be investing heavily in short-form video platforms like TikTok and Instagram. But you might be wondering, how do you get started? We're going to tackle that today in this video. My first tip is to identify what platforms to make videos on. We recommend starting on TikTok over Instagram for a few reasons. The first is because it's easier to be discovered on TikTok and they have a better algorithm overall. Instagram, on the other hand, is making a lot of updates and changes that have really angered their users and driven a lot of people away from the platform as a whole. So we recommend starting on TikTok and repurposing a lot of your content to Instagram. So you'll want to go ahead and set up your TikTok account first. To learn how to set up a TikTok account, see our ultimate guide for TikTok for lawyers. We break it down step by step in that guide. One of the key parts of setting up your account is ensuring the name on your account is searchable. It may seem weird, but we recommend setting up your name on your account to be keywords your clients would type in. For example, we suggest Immigration Lawyer Austin, Texas versus the name of your firm. It's important to note that your name on your account is different than your handle on your account. We recommend making your handle the name of your firm so that if people do know the name of your firm, they can find you through your handle. However, even if you look at my TikTok account, you'll notice that my name isn't my name. It's Law Firm Marketing. There's a reason for that. My next tip is to start with keyword research before you film any content. A lot of lawyers make the mistake of filming a lot of content and then putting it up on TikTok and not seeing any results. This is because before they filmed, they should have done research on what their clients are actually searching for and make content around that. If your existing website already has quite a bit of traffic because you've done some great content marketing in the past, let's say blogging and writing articles, then we recommend you go back to your old blog posts and articles and identify what content has the most views, the most searches, and using that to inspire what you actually create on TikTok. And if you aren't starting with a robust website that already has plenty of traffic and a content marketing strategy, then we recommend you go to tools like Answer the Public and even Google Also Suggest to get ideas of what your target client base is searching for and make content in your videos for TikTok around those topics. My next tip is to take time to plan out your video content so you spend time on the highest and best use of your time. One of the most common complaints I hear from lawyers is they don't have enough time to do marketing. What I found working with hundreds of lawyers in the past is that typically these lawyers are trying to do a little marketing each day, and so marketing feels very exhausting and overwhelming. What we recommend instead is to do just 1 hour per week of marketing that's strategically planned out that gets results, versus trying to do a little bit each day. That's just too hard. One way to effectively do this is to batch your video content, filming all your TikToks for the entire week in 1 hour to 30 minutes for that week. And then you just take that content and send it off to your marketing team who handles uploading, optimization, and additional editing. You don't touch it from there. Now let's say you don't have a marketing team yet or a consultant like us who can help you do the work. Then we still recommend batching. Just note you'll need to spend more time each week on marketing, at least 2 to 3 hours, and then you need to outsource as quickly as possible because it's really not the best use of your time to be editing TikTok videos. My next tip is the most important part of your video is actually the first 2 to 3 seconds of your TikTok video. I know a lot of lawyers who love to spend a lot of time introducing a topic in their videos. This strategy just won't work on TikTok. TikTok is all about quick hit videos, which means the first 2 to 3 seconds or the hook of the video is the most important part of your video. The goal of the hook is to capture your audience's attention and keep them for the rest of the video. Guys, I'm so guilty of making this mistake here on YouTube. I have so many videos with long intros, and let's be real, it's too much. At the end of the day, people click on the video because they want to hear your thoughts, not the introduction. I learned to create better hooks by using TikTok. But what does a good hook look like? It typically involves words like you and some problem, mistake, or mindset shift that needs to happen for the viewer. Here are a few examples of some strong hooks. 3 tips you should never say to an immigration judge. 2 reasons why your trademark application is likely going to be denied. Why you should never lie on your taxes. Want some inspiration for some really great hooks? Well, I put together a list of the 10 best ones I've seen on TikTok for law firms. Check them out. Hey, before I move on to the next tip, I'd love to know if this video is helpful. Would you go ahead and comment TikTok below if you're finding it useful? My next tip is to lean into experimentation on TikTok with content styles. Now, although you're a lawyer and you likely want to make substantive content, it's actually a good rule of thumb to experiment with different content types and styles on TikTok. Some of the best content I've seen on TikTok actually comes from professionals who are using unique styles and approaches to market their services. Now, you're probably thinking, do I need to dance or sing on camera? No. I'm going to go through a few of the most common types that I think are really effective. The first is text over video, where you give value in text form over a video. The second is called talking head video, where you just talk at the camera. The third is trending sounds, where you use a trending sound to make a point or give value. The fourth is green screen, where you talk about something happening by showing it off on the green screen effect. And the final one is newsjacking, where you take something happening in the news and you relate it back to what you do as a lawyer. This was really common during the Johnny Depp hearing. When you're willing to try different content types and styles, you learn really quickly what resonates with your audience and what you should continue doing versus what you should abandon. Your time is valuable. You don't want to waste time and effort on something that's not working. My next tip is to get over the idea that you're bad on video. So many lawyers I know are afraid to show up on video because they don't think they have camera presence. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Camera presence isn't a natural talent, it's a learned talent. Guys, your first video is definitely not going to be your best video, but the more you show up on camera, the more it'll all feel more natural and the more you'll connect with your audience. It's so important to remember all this marketing, the whole point of it is to build connections. You want to show your clients you're a real human being and that you care about them and their legal matter. Save the self-shame, save the worry for another day, because your next client needs your help and they won't know you exist or that they can hire you if you aren't showing up. So now that you've learned how to use TikTok for your law firm, the next step is to learn how to fit TikTok into a larger marketing strategy. Watch this video where I'll teach you how to develop a cohesive marketing strategy for your law firm so you can maximize results. Don't forget to comment TikTok if you found this video helpful, and thank you for watching, and follow me here for more videos.